This is my soft shell shedding setup. What I have is a piece of 12-inch pipe. I cut a water drum in half, a water keg, stuck it in the end there. I have each individual flower pots for the crabs to live in. You see each crab in there. It's kind of a glare. There's crabs in each one of these. Let's find another one that's not so glare. There we go. See the crabs in there. And they just hang out, wait to shed. Drop one shrimp in there every day. I took the 12-inch pipe, get on the side, and I cut the top out of it, placed the pots in it. It's sitting on two 55-gallon drums. Just made a little cradle with an extra piece of pipe I had. Hold it kind of steady. And then down here on the other end, I have the other end of the water keg. This keeps the water level just right. Also, put a small drain, if you can see it. A drain down here in the bottom. It's a 1/2-inch hole. Just to anything that comes down the bottom, it'll get sucked out of that hole. As you can see, the filter, which is a air conditioner filter without the frame. Now on the inside of my filter, can't really tell, there's a piece of stainless expanded metal just to help diffuse the water. You see the brown stuff, that's the microorganisms that eat all the waste. And below that expanded metal is the same air filter material. Same air filter material cut into 3-inch squares. And it fills it up. This is basically what's down in there. It's a bunch of this. And there's about 3-inch squares, I would say. And all the microorganisms live in that. But the water comes through there, goes through all the filters, comes back out the bottom, back into my reservoir, which if you see the reservoir here, nothing to really see in there. It's just a drain. That's a drain to drain it, which I've never drained it. And then back here on the back side, we have a pump, a little set of a filter. Water comes up through this hose, and the hose comes up under the pipe all the way down. Comes down here, comes back up, and it goes in. And as you can see, there's plenty of air bubbles just to keep the water fresh. And water will flow down through each flower pot, through the holes in the flower pot, and go down into the filter, and it just keeps recirculating. And I use Instant Ocean sea salt. It recommends on the back here mixing directions. Can't really read that, but it comes with directions, and I mix it half. If it says 1.5 pounds makes 5 gallons of water, I use 1.5 pounds for 10 gallons of water. And that will give me up to 3 days before the crab gets hard. And that's really about it. Simple little setup. And to kickstart your filter, if you want, you could use some Smart Zone Biological Balance. This is made for saltwater aquariums. But you always have to have at least 3 or 4 crabs in it to keep waste in the system so the microorganisms in the filter have something to eat. I try to drain 5 gallons of water out every other week. That's what this little piece does. It hooks on to my thing here, and I'll drain 5 gallons out, make 5 more gallons of new fresh salt water and put back in it. But only do 5 gallons at a time every other week. That way I don't shock any of the animals, the crabs or the microorganisms in the filter.